If it's your birthday, make some noise. If it's your birthday, make some noise. If it's your birthday, make some noise. Hey. You know what's so interesting about having a birthday live is I feel like normally when it's your birthday, you chill and then people pour love on you. But because this is a live, I am still the one doing all the talking. So I'm really going to be relying on you all, to leave me some comments. I'm thinking this 35 minutes or so, maybe depending on the energy, we'll take it to an hour, just truly hanging out. I'm thinking a lot of it will just be like, what are some of the ways that y'all just are loving me, for my birthday? I think that would be wonderful. I didn't prepare any content for this live. And I'm really enjoying Friday lives, like I did the book club last week. This week I was thinking, I wasn't sure what I was gonna do for the book, so I was like, "Let me just make it a birthday live," even though my actual birthday isn't until Sunday. And I just know I'm getting real comfortable with y'all, not only because I put out that video about smoking weed, and my parents do not watch my YouTube channel. I think I know some of my siblings do. I used to put my videos on Facebook, so I know, like, some of my aunties, they know I have a YouTube channel, they might watch it. I used to promote my YouTube on my Instagram, and I think that kinda got into the ether. But for the most point, like, and I have those I have those Nigerian aunties who are like, they love to have their opinion about your life. And I think I'm insulated from that. And that is a big reason why I'm able to share so openly with you all. And I was just thinking, I'm just getting real comfortable. I'm not even sitting in front of my normal spot because I'm like, listen, the light's gonna hit me where it's gonna hit me. All right. Like it's fine. We don't even need to do a whole lot. I'm not putting on a different shirt. I haven't showered. We're just gonna hang out. It's my birthday. I can do what I want. Like I said, today's not actually my birthday. It's actually on Sunday, but here we are on a Friday. Hi, Abaddon. Soulless Saint. I feel like you new. Are you new to a live? Hey, Jay. How are you? Thank you. Thank you. Louise. Louise, I just want you to know that I have forgiven you for that one time you were not there early. I just want you to know I haven't, I don't, I barely remember that. I have forgiven you. I love that you're here with us now. Friday Rainfall. I love the story of your name, by the way. Do it, hey. Oh my gosh, all this love on my birthday. Sadia Marie, hey. Hey, Mickey, hey. Oh, thanks, y'all. If you want to, in your home, in your office, wherever you are, feel free to start singing me happy birthday. Like, I will just receive that. I will tell. I'll feel the energy of you singing that for me. So, I'm sure you're doing an amazing job. Do not be embarrassed about, if you can hit that note. I believe in you. So feel free to just start singing that on your end where you're at. Hey, Tiffany. Your destiny smiles. I'd love to say your name if you have it. I was gonna say if you have a name. Of course you have a name. If you want to tell me your name, I'd love to say your name. Thank you. Celia, real life friends. What you doing here, girl? You ain't got some work to be doing right now. You better come through on a Friday afternoon to wish me a happy birthday. I appreciate you. Hi, Carly. Be you, be yourself. Similarly, if you have a name, I'd love to say it out loud. L Dub. I like that. It is Destiny. I love that. Okay. Hi, Destiny. L Dub, what's your name? I think the whole point of having a username is that you make it whatever you want. And I'm just like, what's your Christian name? What's your God given name? What's your government name? So I can say it to you. Or your chosen name. And I'm realizing truly you could tell me anything and I would just believe you. So it's, whatever your spirit name is, let me know. Okay, lunch break. What you eating for lunch, Leah? What you got going on there? Um, so for my birthday, I'm gonna be very chill. I'm gonna go out to dinner Sunday night. Maybe do like, spa day, get a little massage, get a little pedicure, get a little foot rub, etc. But very chill. Thank you, Lil G. I used to be that person who I like the idea of having a birthday party in theory, but I don't want to do any of the planning. And I don't want a birthday surprise party because I don't like surprises that I'm not I was gonna say that I'm not aware of, but that makes it not a surprise. I need to like ramp myself up for like social situations or to like just know I need to prepare myself. You can't just be like, surprise, here's 50 people and you got to hang out. It's like, no, that's not, if you love me, you wouldn't do that. So it makes it so the window of things where it's like, I plan none of the logistics, but I'm still going to be there and ideally not pay for nothing. It's a very small window, but it's actually worked out. Like my last two birthdays were basically other people inviting me to group things and it being like, and it's Jimmy's birthday, so here's a cake. And I was like, this is great. I love this. I get the attention. I just get to roll in when I roll in, roll out when I roll out. And I remember when I left America a couple years ago to travel, they did like a surprise goodbye thing for me. They didn't tell me about it though, and I did roll up 20 minutes late for an hour-long event. And I'm like, first off, I can only be myself. And second of all, that's on you for not telling me about it. All right. So if you want me to show up somewhere on time, let me know. Though I also, when I then did leave the country and travel abroad, they did a birthday thing for everybody who had a birthday. And I rolled up a good 90 minutes late for my own birthday party because I was really not trying to go. I had a lot. I'm realizing now that I had a lot of social anxiety, and I think now that I'm aware of it, it's not as strong. But I do think I'm just like, it's a lot of people. It's a lot. So it's nice when it's just like intimate gatherings like this. Apple cakes. I love that name. Do you have a government name that you would like me to call you? Nigerian time. Exactly. Exactly. I actually read this thing that said that like different cultures and how they relate to, I'm trying to think if it was time, if it was relating to like work or something like that. But basically just like in like African countries and in our culture, like time and like how much work we do, it's all very relational. Like all that stuff is super relational. And here on like the Western world, it's all about like get here on time and this and that and all that. And it's like we know time is a construct. We literally just had daylight savings and now it's a different time. And it's like it's just made up. We just agree what time it is. All right. So the spirit is moving me. How you gonna tell the spirit that it's late? Is God ever late? No, God is always on time. What if you rolled up late to an event and someone was like, "You're late," and I was like, "God is always on time." They'd be like, "Oh, she a mess. We can't handle her. We gotta stop inviting her places." Thank you, Disney. Is your name actually Disney Foot, or do you love Disney and your last name is Foot? And also, does Disney mean anything? Um, yeah, and I think Celia on that term about social anxiety contributing to lateness, which I'm thinking is what was happening there with the birthday thing. Um, I think if we thought about that whenever we hung out with people, like if we were always thinking like whenever anyone acted any kind of way, oh, there's something going on with them. And like it's something real sad. So we need to just remember that. Because I came across this like quote or something recently that was like, if you're ever angry about a situation, it's because there's some information you don't have. Like there's something you don't know about the situation, and that's why you're angry. Because if you truly knew everything that was going on, you wouldn't be mad about it. You would have the compassion. And I feel like I've been experiencing that more in real time. I've been experiencing the way my words matter. And I'm putting out a video on Saturday that's gonna be a this week in the comment section. And it's the first video where I was like, I don't think I should put this out. Imma still do it. I gotta get this content out, y'all. But I was like, I don't think I should put this out because I don't think the energy is right. Like, I think there's it's me being like laughy and we're having fun and all that. But I think underneath is like a pain, kind of like trust, hurt kind of energy. And I think you can sense it. And I'm like, I don't think this is aligned with my brand. But I think I'm going to put it out anyway because we got to get this content out. But also, I think it's important for me to like show the journey where it's like I'm healing, I'm growing, I got this great energy or whatever. But also I got some stuff I'm working on, y'all. And every now and again, slash literally all the time, that's happening too. And in some videos, it's more apparent, like, dang, someone needs to give her a hug versus like, she seems great kind of energy. So I just want to give a heads up that I'm still going to put this video out. I could be overthinking it. It could just be a fun video. But I think if I weren't doing this challenge and I had other content, I would actually just shelve it and be like, I don't think this is quite that like It's not I don't think it's as love-based. That's really what it is. I don't think love is strong enough in that video. So I think it's like a lower vibrational kind of video. Like I said, I'm gonna put it out. Y'all can watch it. You can tell me if I'm overthinking it and whatever, but just giving that as like a as like a heads up, you know? Um, Yazzle, Divine Gem. Y'all got some beautiful names. Nymph Nymphia? Asthma. I'm loving it. Feel free to share what y'all names mean in the chat because y'all have some really lovely names and I love it. Um, okay, do it saying that my brand is authenticity. So whatever mood I'm in is my brand. And I'm allowed to have levels. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got to give myself permission to have levels. I think ideally, like, I'm only trying to be just pure love, pure beaming love. And if I fall short of that, I'm just like, what was going on, girl? That she was falling short. And I don't necessarily want to put that out there because that's not what I'd want for other people is to be like, oh, I was in a good mood and then you was talking all that mess and now I'm just like, you know? So I want to be mindful of like, you know, there's one thing that has something going on in your own spirit. And I think the reason why we heal is that we can keep it here versus like spewing that out and then everybody's got to deal with your nonsense kind of thing. Um, that's like a larger conversation. I'm sure the video really isn't that bad. Awesome, Misty. Misty, because I see you in my comment section. Do you have a name that I can call you by? And I usually remember about 30% of them. So really when you share the name, it's just for this moment. But I would still like to know, you know, just for later. Jesus is love. Hey. And he turned them tables in the temple. He was tired of us. He was tired of us. I would be so like scared if Jesus was mad at me. I would be like, no, Jesus. Can you imagine being at a function and the Jesus Christ starts flipping your shit? I'd be like, oh, I'm living wrong. I'm living incorrectly. If the Lord Jesus Christ is like, get this out of here. I'm like, oh. That's a why I think about that time a lot, like what it was like to be around then. But you know, we have the whole history, so we know the whole story. For them, that was just like a regular Sunday, and they were like, "Man, this man was acting a fool at the thing. I'm trying to sell. Listen, I got bills. I'm trying to sell my little trinkets so I can pay my little bills." And homeboy keeps like flipping stuff around. I'm just like, "Listen, I know you think you closer to God than the rest of us," which is like low key, like, excuse me, but just I'm trying to make a living. All right? I would love to see an alternative version of like all of the Bible stories. And it's just regular people being like, somebody was really acting up at church today. Because I kind of feel like that's how it is. Like, we know right now in our world, there's wild stuff going on. There's like epic stuff happening. People are playing, you know, crazy roles in these amazing epics right now. And some of us are like, all right, let me just hop on this YouTube live. I'm gonna chat with my subscribers so we gonna have a good time. And in the background, we know there's stuff going on. It's just like, we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that here. All right. That's not my business. That's going on over there. Lena slash Lana. I should know your name. I should know how to pronounce it if it's Lena slash Lana. But feel free to tell me in the chat if it's what the phonetic pronunciation is. All right, it's been about 14 minutes. I told myself I was going to get a glass of water so that I could drink it during the live. And someone once told me in a live, like, girl, if you don't take a break and get yourself something to drink, like, you don't owe us 30 minutes, an hour of pure nonstop talking, okay? You got to demonstrate. You got to model what it means to take care of yourself. I haven't given y'all an apartment tour since this isn't my apartment. Just so you know, I'm thinking about doing a vlog style video. The things with vlogs, and I think y'all appreciate that in my life. Hold on, let me fill this water up. Is that y'all know I be chilling, all right? I got a part-time job now, but it's a virtual job, which means I continue to stay inside, okay? So I'm not going on sexy adventures, all right? My sexiest adventure is going to the grocery store. I have a bench, all right, that I go to. I genuinely consider the trees in my apartment complex to be my friends. And so I hang out with them and I see what they're up to. And they're looking beautiful, by the way, and they're doing great. But otherwise, I just be inside editing videos, making videos, going on little walks. I have a Royal Farms, that I sometimes go to and get a snack. So, and I know I would put out that other video where I went out and I like went to the arboretum and I'm just gonna drink this water. I went to the arboretum and I got like some dope B-roll and stuff, but like that's just not that's just not my life. But then people commented like, "We like that you're not doing shit, girl. It's realistic." I'm just like, okay. They were like, "It's cool. You're not. They didn't mean it shady, but it's kind of funny to think of it being shady to be like, it's really clear you're not trying to sell us a lifestyle." I'm just like, dang, I'm not, but dang. It was like, yeah, your lifestyle is not aspirational, and we just love how true that is. I'm like, dang. No, that's not what the energy of the comments was. The energy was all love, but yeah, I just wonder to what extent yeah, I want to see how that. My favorite feedback from that other vlog I did was like, "Girl, you should also floss." Just like, also, I know brushing your teeth, great, love that for you. Also floss, and I'm like, and my response to that comment was like, "I only floss when I eat meat," and I was like, "That's so dumb." I literally real that was truly what I did and low key still do. But as I typed it out, I was like, "Oh, this is dumb." And so just want to give y'all a heads up for if you're concerned, I do be flossing occasionally, usually still when I've eaten meat, or sometimes leafy greens, because the broccoli and the leafy greens, those will be getting in between. But otherwise, yeah, I'm chilling in my house. But like I said, I've people responded well. They were like, give us more vlogs. And so I'm gonna see, I'm gonna really see. And I think that'll be when you'll maybe see the space a little bit more. But it's super chill. I haven't even given y'all a little tour of my little nook. I was gonna do that at some point. And I just I just I gotta keep some secrets, y'all. I gotta keep some secrets. Gotta keep some things just for me and whoever happens to come by my nook. Also, I just discovered Emma Chamberlain, the wonderful cast contents actually mentioned her in one of my comments. I was like, I've heard that name before. Let me find out. And I watched one of her videos and it was about her like traveling and not being in LA or whatever. And someone left a comment that was like, she's not traveling for no reason. She has a secret boyfriend. And I was just like, dang, well, you blowing up her spot if she has a secret boyfriend. And I was like, if you look, someone like cross-referenced the travel dates to like where she was traveling. I was like, then it was a whole conversation that was like, people only like his band because she's dating that guy. People were like, I liked his band before she started dating. I was just like, I knew so much about this young woman and her whole life and her secret boyfriend and her travel plans. Such a short amount of time. And I often am like, do I want to be a successful YouTuber in that sense of having a huge 100, half a mil, multi-mil kind of following? And I'm just thinking about people being like, Chimdi has a secret boyfriend. And if you cross-reference her travel dates, you'll find out who it is. And like they were saying like, oh, some people only go to the shows because they just hope they might see her. And I was just like, what? What? I was like, oh, this is a lot. This is a lot. So I just want to share that I just gotta try to keep something secret and private. And y'all should know because when I popped up with that engagement ring for that sponsored video, by the way, I do want to make one more of those videos where it's just me and like the slightly more masculine version of me in a hoodie. I love her/him. They're my favorite. Hoodie Chimdi, who wants to have sex with regular Chimdi. Love that for both of us. I think she truly is my alter ego slash how I want men to be low key. Like I want men to be like barely hiding their complete like sexual interest in me. And they're like barely, they're just like, I'm trying to rein it in, girl, but you looking right. And I'm like, stop, kind of energy. I lost my train of thought. I'm gonna check in on the chat section and see what y'all are talking about. Dalu is saying that I feel like this is let me know. You admire my lifestyle. You would love to just stay in, and you hate being out here. But you got to go hustle outside. And I hear you, but you don't have to do anything. You choose to do what you want to do. You know, you choose. You live whatever life you want to live. All right. But I hear what you're saying. We got bills and stuff. I'm chilling on a couch that is not my own, so it's easier said, say that over here. Joan is telling me happy birthday. Thank you. Danelle, hi. My favorite thing about you, Danelle, is that you have 2 accounts and you be commenting on both. I'm just like, thank you. It makes me really happy. You're like, let me sign into this one. Hey, girl, what's up? Let me sign into that one. Boom, great video. And I'm like, thank you. Also, why did you turn off comments on that video you made about me? Because I was gonna respond on the video, but then I couldn't leave comments. And also, you should know that video cracked me up. So y'all, Danelle made a video about me, but she was like, y'all, I just started watching this YouTuber. Her name is Chimney. I forced myself to watch her because her lifestyle's fucking crazy and I would never do that shit. And you were like, she's like living with a relative. She's just like, she'll be like, oh, I was gonna make this video, but I just did it. I just watched Netflix instead. And I'm just like, and you're like, she's fun. And I was like, I love this. And it made me realize, like, obviously I'm a very full person. I'm a deeply complex human being. And I realized that there's a very particular version of myself that I have shown on YouTube. So I remember chatting with a friend's cousin. We were all hanging out for the first time. And the cousin asked me a question about like how I go about creating content, whatever else. And when I answered, he was like, oh, he was like, oh, you've given this thought. Like you're much more like smarter and strategic than I thought. And I'm like, what do you think is like, what's going on that you're shocked by my deep intelligence? And this is someone who had watched at least 5 to 10 of my videos. So I'm like, so you've seen a bunch of me on the internet and you still are surprised that I've given this some thought. So that's very, very, very interesting. And I think what I realized is that I think it seems like truly I am flying by the seat of the Holy Spirit. And I just have I'm truly letting the world and the wind take me. I'm not saying that's wrong, but I think there is a level of thought. Yeah, I'm thinking about this. I'm being intentional. I'm just doing it in a very joyful way. And I'm open. I'm open to being moved, and to watching a bunch of TV. I gotta feed my heart. So yeah, that was an interesting reflection. Carla, hi! Oh my gosh, y'all are really coming through for my birthday. I love this for me. Miss Malavetz, I love that name. Let me know if you have a name, another name I should call you. I love when people say born day. Why do some people say, oh, you calling me a baddie too? Hey. Why do you say born day instead of birthday? I'm be very curious. And as someone who's becoming more and more spiritual, I'm just like, literally, I'm a new person every moment. So it's a strange thing to celebrate me on this day when it's really just like when my soul entered my physical form and where I was on the planet in relation to the sun. I'm like, it's all just made up. But we're like, it's a nice idea. It's like, yeah, and every about 365 days, we just want to pour love on you, just on you. And I'm like, that's nice. That's a nice concept, Mrs. Batch, hi. Mrs. Batch, how long have you been married? How did you meet your husband? Danelle says that she'll have comments once she retires. Is it because you just don't have time? Like you just can't be bothered to hear what people are going to say? You can't even open that space in case things get nonsense? Okay, lunch break's over. Bye, Danelle. Yeah, so I'm going to drink a little bit more water. The trees are doing great, just so you know. I'm watching them, watching the leaves fall. Okay. I want y'all to know that I'm going to put out a video. I have a video idea. I don't know if I said this in a video that's come out or it's in Saturday's video, but I talk about how basically don't have any more ideas. Like we're down to the wire of ideas. So now we're just we're now in a fertile ground where the Lord can just sprout ideas and I can activate them. Thank you, LNY0921. Let me know if you have a name. Um, and one of the ideas of that I had is how to build a dope YouTube community, because y'all are so dope, And I think, it's y'all, like, the community's good because y'all are here. It's not it's like I obviously I'm great, but like it's y'all showing up, leaving the comments, engaging, that makes it great. So it's really about like how I want to make a video. It's like how you as a creator can basically show up in a way and create the space, create that fertile ground for like dope people to come through. Because I've just kind of been, I've been snooping, looking around, leaving my little comments, seeing what the reading the room, and I'm seeing the way different folks engage in their comment sections. And I'm just like, oh, I see some of the things that I do both naturally and intentionally to foster the community of you all. And I'm like, folks would really benefit from that. So I want to share that. Excuse me. Luis. Oh, you were in with the Zooms. Yeah, I did. See, I really be out here trying stuff. I had a couple of like private, intimate, like 4 or 5 people Zoom calls for my book club. So I've been experimenting with doing that. But the thing is, like, if I schedule something, that means I really have to do it. And so I try to really reduce how much stuff I have to schedule so I can have freedom in terms of being like, you know what? I don't feel like doing this right now. Spirit's not moving me. I'm just going to sleep in. And I'm not going to be like disappointing anybody if I don't do it. Um, Ooh, so that museum it was called the Jeffrey Deitch Museum. It's in LA. That was a show that was co-curated by these 2 dope artists. I'm pretty sure it's in the description box of that video. But Jeffrey Deitch, and I think the actual collection or whatever was called Shattered Glass. And then that whole exhibit was done like with artists, and everything that they created was actually created during the quarantine, during the pandemic. I mean, still pandemics still going on, but like, in the heat of all of it. And the idea was that those 2 co-curators really wanted to like give all their dope Black artist friends a chance to just really create stuff for the community. So it was an installation for just like a certain amount of time. But Gerard something. I could probably Google and find it. But yeah, it was great. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was amazing. The best part was seeing like for me was seeing like those amazing statues with like that was made out of braids and all those amazing natural hairstyles. I was like, it's just not, you don't often see yourself in media, in art, especially in that like high art and stuff. So to like be walking in a museum and like literally be seeing yourself was so cool. They had one of the ones had like a woman with like the 3 like Bantu knot that style. And then the co-curator was there and he was like walking us through it. And he had this photo of like a girl who had the exact same hairstyle taking a photo in front of it. It was really beautiful. It was really beautiful. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure, I mean, that guy's doing his thing. So hopefully, you'll get a chance. And I want to say, where are you based, if you don't mind sharing? Because I think he's obviously based in LA. I think. But I feel like they have like, New York and, some of these other places as well. All right. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to cover while we're just all hanging out here. Oh, I was just going to reflect on the fact that like, you're in Maryland. I'm in Maryland. Let me know if you want to hang out. Email me and we can set something up. I was going to reflect on the fact that I don't. Yasmin, thank you. I feel like it might be Yasmin. Let me know. I was going to reflect on the fact that I did not remind y'all that I was having this live because someone commented last week like, oh, I like was so excited about joining. I like was making a plan to do it. Day came, I totally forgot. And I was like, yeah, I should remind people. I literally posted on Monday and then I don't say anything. And I'm just like, hope they remember. And then here we are on Friday. So I am just like, I know. I'm like, I think there's still that element of like, I don't think it's self-sabotage, but I think it's just like, I know for myself, I need a very Osa, hi, thank you. I know I have a very high level of safety that I need for myself, for my own spirit, in order to like feel comfortable, like, being expressive and being vulnerable and being open. And I'm like, right now we're at like 19 people in here. I'm like, that's about right. Like literally we could all fit in this room. Love that for us. We just have a nice little conversation. If I were to have a party, I'd only want about this amount of people at the party. We could just all go around, have little small conversations. There'd be a fire pit, you know what I mean? At some point, we would just start dancing. That's always fun. And then we would take our asses home. So I'm like, I'm not trying to like push it. And I think that's something I have to figure out. Not really figure out. It'll be revealed to me. To what extent these kind of like deeply self-promoting aspects need to be like leaned into if I want to grow my channel in that way. But I just think deep down, I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. And everything that's for me, I don't have to shift or like conform. There's the natural healing and growing, but I don't need to contort myself into any kind of way in order to get the things that are meant for me. And I think that feels true. That feels true. So I'm going to keep at it. Destiny, Atlanta. I'll definitely let you know. I'll definitely let you know if I'm in Atlanta. I was there. I did a vacation in Atlanta years ago, and it was fun. It was fun. We went out dancing. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good old time. Question: have you seen Love Is Blind, Destiny? Because my favorite thing about Love Is Blind is that it was clearly about the production in Atlanta, and so they just found Atlanta-based people so they could make that in Atlanta. And are there any TV shows and movies? Because I know y'all do a lot of content creating in Atlanta. Is there anything that you would recommend as someone who is either native or just based there now? And then finally, is there anything y'all want to chat about? Do y'all have any? Do y'all have any questions? Do y'all have any reflections? How is y'all week going? Y'all gonna do any? How are y'all gonna celebrate my birthday? Like, what are you? What is your plan? How are you gonna incorporate celebrating Chimney into your weekend plans? Let me know. Send me photos of you being out this weekend celebrating my birthday. I went to his birthday party in LA. It was one of the last. It was literally like the last party I went to, and she was literally having an LA birthday party and a New York birthday party. So she was having a simultaneous, and I was like, there is levels. Also, has birthday photo shoots always been a thing, or did that only start within the last like 5 to 10 years? Because I really don't. I feel like that's new. Like birthday photo shoot, like hiring a photographer, like hiring a stylist. And I think it's just to then have the photos, right? Like, and oh my, yeah, I feel like I understand what it means to like see trends and like know that, oh, it's because I'm not in the know that I don't understand this trend. Because I've learned about only because of that conversation about relatable Black YouTubers and then like seeing it show up in the videos is around luxury perfume. And I'm like, have we always cared about this, or is this a new thing that we care about? And I think it's so funny that it's a thing on YouTube because YouTube is a visual platform. So it's like, I can't smell you. So it's just about money. Like it's just like, hey, I've got money. So either you do too and we can relate, or you don't and you're poor and you can get on my level one day, but I can't smell you. So and that's when I'm just like, you're just out of touch, Chimdy. And that's okay. That's okay. Also, in the video that's coming out tomorrow, I think I used the word like macking on somebody. And I was like, I love the phrase macking because it reminds me of like tenderoni and like just call me your mac, like those old school things. And I'm like, I think you might just be saying it as a part of your vernacular, Chimby, and then it stops being a reference. That's just like how you talk. And I'm just like, wow, this is how it happens in real time. And I love it. Bye, Jay. Um, Duet's asking if any part of my current lifestyle resembles any of my original dreams for my life. I am on a spiritual journey. Um, and does any of my past dreams fit into this new space that I'm in? Love that question. I think the vibing is very much aligned with what I want for myself and have always wanted for myself. Like I scheduled a call for 9:30 earlier this week, and I was like, "No, no, 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 no. We're not doing that. I am never having I'm as far as if God continues to allow me to live the life I wanna live, I will never have a call before 10:30 in the morning. I don't ever wanna have to be somewhere. I have to be up and at 'em and be focused and, like, active before 10:30 in the morning. So that kind of vibing is very much like that feels very right to me. Um and then but I think in gen but I think this period of my life feels like a transition period. This feels very much like, you had the life that I thought I wanted was like, you have your nice little downtown apartment somewhere and it's all cute and decorated and you like going to happy hours and going to parties and you date and you go like that kind of, young, hot, sexy woman in the city kind of energy. So I feel like I experienced that. It was low key empty and then I'm like transitioning out into something that's more deeper and meaningful. And then this is a season of transition. But I listened to this podcast a while ago. Let me know for me to find it and I can share it. And it was all about life quakes. Now, sometimes we think like life is good, and then like every now and again something happens, but mostly life is good. But actually, like life is just a series of these like major things that happen that shake up our whole world. And then it takes between like they happen approximately every 18 months, and then it takes 2 to 5 years to recover from each life quake. So I was like, "What?" And so I literally I listened to that podcast a while like months ago, and I literally like buried it because that was too upsetting to think about. Like about every 18 months, another major thing happening in my life that would shake it up. I was like, I can't handle that. And then it taking years to recover, I was like, I can't handle that. Like I feel like the change, leaving that job was a life quake. That was the summer. So it means I got about a year and a half, and then something else major is gonna happen. I'm just like, I can't. I don't want it. So I don't know why I said that, but just sharing that with you all. Um, Duet. Okay, you're like, stop calling me Do It. Duet. Okay, thank you for telling me. And then Art's asking me, Art's saying that, you had a photo shoot when you were 4. I love it. Share photos. And you're 30. It's a thing, but it's gotten more like, yeah, it's gotten more insane as everything else has gotten insane. Feel free to email me a photo of your photo shoot as you being an adorable child at 4. I know you were adorable. Um, Celia's be I might have shocked you, Celia, with that LifeQuake stuff. I know, literally, I block because normally, y'all, when I read something, I try to like incorporate, internalize it, and then spit it back out and make sense of it. That one, I was like, I cannot handle that. I cannot handle. I cannot handle a thing happening every 18 months. I can't. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Can I just chill for like a hot second? And y'all, whenever I think I'm ready, like I keep thinking I'm ready to like get back out there and do my thing. And then I have a 9:30 call or I have more than 2 calls in a day. And I'm like, this too much. It's too busy. Where's my bench? Where are my clouds? I just need to chill. So, and I mean, it was 4 years that I was that, or 3.5 years that I was in that last role, about 8 years total that I was working in ways that weren't really aligned. So maybe it's compounded, but I'm just, if anyone has quit a job and you've gone through that journey of like healing again, let me know how long it takes because I really thought 6 months would knock it out. And one thing I realized, because I was chatting with my friend and we're both doing the timeless wisdom training, which is that 2 year spiritual program, is like, I keep I keep affirming that it's a lifelong journey, but I also am so certain that like by 60, I won't have any more trauma. Like we'll be done. Like I'm so certain. I'm really so certain. Like there's a part of me that's like, you're gonna wrap this up, girl. Like we're not gonna do this for the rest of your life. You're gonna keep learning and growing and healing. You're gonna reach a point where you're like, yeah, we done. And then we're just chilling. And I know that's a coping mechanism, but I'm shocked that I still hold on to it. Like I really still think that I don't have to keep going through it. So if anyone's at the stage where they just I want to hear someone who's like 80 be like, I used to go through it when I was younger, around 65. That was the last time I ever went through it. And ever since, I have not gone through it since. And I'd be like, thank you. That's what I thought. I knew it. I knew it. Um, Brittany, we had you. Me and your bestie have the same birthday. I love that. That means you have really good taste in friends and in YouTube channels, YouTube content creators. Um, Melissa. Oh, okay. I thought I was being unique by scheduling it. No, you're not being unique, Melissa. It's a thing. It's like a thing. Are you doing a theme? That's a whole thing now. Like there's themes to it. I'm like, oh, like it's not just getting your phone and taking a couple of photos in a cool spot. It's like there's backdrops, there's like 3-point lighting, like there's shadow boxing. Like it's like a whole thing now. And it's all good. All right, you just quit. Congratulations. How are you feeling? Was it a cold and it's a broken hallelujah? Are you just riding high? Are you in that weird space of like, I don't have a job, but all I've ever had is a job. So what's happening? Let me know. Um, yeah, what's your budget, Melissa, for this photo shoot? Not Photoshop in the backdrop. No, Abadan, no. I don't want to see none of them little blurry spots around your body where the Photoshop. But we love our Adobe. We're not doing that. We're not doing that for the birthday. If you don't go on location like the Eternals, you better shoot on location, y'all. You deserve that for your birthday. Dalu's talking about my good vibes making people quit, so I can focus on me. Honestly, I love that. I love the idea of being like, you know what? I need more attention. Current levels, the attention levels are dropping. I don't like it. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna make everybody else quit too. And then they ain't got shit else to do but hang out with me and give me attention. Honestly, I love this plan. If I were to write a like satirical like movie about like a megalomaniac content creator, that would be the plot. I would give you story by credits. All right. Like I'm putting this on camera. I'll give you story by credits. But I think that'd be really funny. And I think it would just be like a deep analysis of our social media culture and the blah, blah, blah. It'd be good. Um Destiny quit back in August, and you saw my video shortly after, and you're still recovering from it, but you're feeling good. Amen. Amen. And I think that is the overarching feeling is one of feeling good. Wow, it's been 42 minutes. Okay, y'all. I feel like there's been a crew of y'all that have been here since the very beginning. Love that for y'all. Do y'all want me to keep going? I think I have the juice to go for like 15 more minutes, make it a solid, sexy hour, and that'd be dope. But I am chilling. I have nowhere to be. If y'all got somewhere to be, let me know. If you're like, actually, girl, I'm staying with you because I want to be here with you, but actually, I really got to pee. So if you could wrap it up soon, that would be great. And I also know I presume there's not a single person here who's like not going to the bathroom because they want to just catch it all live. I'm like, no, girl, I'm gonna use the bathroom if I need to. Like, it's okay. Okay. Duet is like I can keep going. I literally am gonna scroll up so I can make sure I'm saying it right. Duet and not do it. Duet. Okay, bet. Dear Duet. I love that. What does that name mean if you know? Also, I bought these little like squirt thingies where you can like squirt flavor into your water. And so I haven't drank like raw water in a really long time. So I'm just like, water. This is fun. Mm, fresh. Love that. You said continue blessing us, Joan Jung. Okay. Okay. I'll do it. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Um, next week, I'm thinking we're gonna do what's it called? A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson for the book club. Um, I'm still experimenting, obviously, with that book club structure, but I like the idea of just getting on here and reading to y'all. And it's a really like very powerful book. A lot of it is, of course, just Course in Miracles stuff translated into be a much more like easy format. Thanks, Christopher. So I'm thinking about doing that for next week. So let me know if you have any thoughts on like the structure of the book club. But one thing I noticed. Hey, Yashida, is that how to say it? Thank you, Yashida. Um, One thing I've noticed when I watch other YouTubers and they're just like, "Let me know about this, that, and the third." I'm just like, "I'm not doing the work for you. I'm here to show up and watch, all right? I don't have any opinions. I don't like, I'm not we're not a team where I'm strategizing your YouTube content creation plan. Like, I do my part by press and play, all right? Do not ask anything more of me." So whenever I ask y'all like, "Okay, I got 5 videos planned. This is the order I'm thinking of. Should I do this order? Should I do this structure? What should my approach be?" I'm like, y'all are like, "Girl, we like you. We'll watch whatever you put out." That's that's the dynamic. That's the relationship here. You're not paying us. You're not giving us some AdSense dollars. So don't ask us for our input. I was watching that Jack Yana video about the black YouTuber related things, and she was talking about how when some creators get like Lambos and stuff because of all the money they've gained from YouTube, they'll be like, "We did it, we bought a house," and she's like, "I didn't buy you the house. Who's this we?" "Oh, you speak French now?" And I thought that was so funny. And now, if and when I get very successful off YouTube, I'm definitely gonna be like, "Hey y'all, we bought a house. My name's on the lease, but we bought it. But if y'all want to pay for this insurance, we'll love that. Maybe we can get the phone bill and we can get the internet. I'll live in the house. Y'all can come by. I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like, because it's our house. But but I'ma live here. Um, Also, I listened to a super dope commentary, and I really want to get the name because it was very good. But it was about this whole idea around being a being a relatable YouTuber, and they were saying like your success is only there because people watched you because they related to you. So if they don't watch you, then you don't have the success. And I was like, she just summed it up so perfectly. I was like, yeah, exactly. It's literally exactly it. And it made me think about like how like where my journey will go. Cause y'all, depending on when you met me, I was living in like a nice little LA apartment that was all cute. And then I went from that to like, welcome to my new home, this couch that my sister's allowing me to live on. And then from there, at some point, I will live alone again. So then I'll get back to being in a nice apartment. And I feel like y'all will be like, yay, she has a home. We knew it. Living your truth. I think that'll be like the spot. And then I wonder if any further increase in luxury, it'll be like, okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Oh, you wanna kiki with us on a Friday in your fucking mansion? And I'm just like, no, we're not kikiing anymore as I drink from like a solid gold glass cup or whatever. We can't laugh anymore like friends. And that's my favorite thing, yeah. I'm literally on my sister's couch and I'm already planning like, how will I continue to be relatable when I'm in my mansion? Like, what's the plan for that? It's like maybe get there first, girl. And then that's the thing. Deal with the problems as they arise. Mm, mm. Thank you. Journey to peace of mind. Let me know what your name is later so I can call you by that. Um, I feel like you might have shared something super dope, Doette, because Melissa's like, thanks for sharing. So I'm just like, oh, what you share? Oh, it's your middle name and it's your father's name. Oh, and you went on a healing journey. To even mention the name. That is beautiful. Thank you for sharing. That's amazing. Yeah, that's the thing about healing. It's like, it's hard. And so whenever anyone does it, it's like, because it's so much easier to not do it. And so when you do it, you're like, I have so much more like, awe for people who heal because I'm like, it is hard. And people have so many different unique things that they have to heal from. So it's like, wow, that's just so impressive. So that's super dope. Oh, you made a cactus wall because of me? My impact. My impact. I love to see it. um, I recently YouTube my own name because of what Danelle shared. When Danelle was like, I made a video about you, I was like, I didn't get that notification. And so I was like, wait, what other videos have folks made with me in it? So I actually went and I YouTubed my own name and I found a few and I was like, dang. And they weren't just the quitting the job ones. There was ones about like the trauma one. There was one about like overcoming fears of creative. And it's like, it's just like I don't really imagine that people are really like as soon as the video's on YouTube, I'm like, the end. Like that. I'm just like, I obviously hope people watch it and it helps them, but it's you can't know. If people either leave a comment and I'm like, great, otherwise it's just out there. So when you find out later, I'm like, you actually watched that and that helped you when you did that thing. I'm just like, dang, it's the coolest thing ever. And honestly, like so many people want to start channels and I'm so excited for them to start because it's like it's not even just about you. Of course, if nothing is ever about us. It is all of us. So whenever you do anything, you're affecting all of us. And the second you create, we're all more creative. The second you share something, we all have that knowledge. So I just love that more people are like, yes. Like I think this November challenge is motivating other people to like, yes, get on that YouTube. And I'm just like, do it. Cause like people will never ever tell you. Like, how you gonna make a video and mention me and not tell me? I want to know. This is good for my ego. So I'm gonna. And then I was talking to I just did another voiceover gig. It's so wild how if you do anything more than twice, you're just like, oh yeah, I do voiceovers, it's whatever. Cause like the first time I did it, y'all, I was shaking like a leaf. I was so nervous and scared. And I was like, how's this gonna go? Now I'm like, hey Mary, can I just hang out in your closet for a second while I just do this quick voiceover? And it's like totally old hat. But I was chatting to Nazir Fleming from that and I was telling him about how I YouTube my name, and he was like, "Well, I'm sure you know about Google Alerts." And I was like, "Right." I used them at my last job for other stuff. But I was like, "A Google alert for my own name?" But I feel like that could get dangerous. You know, like I could get psychologically dangerous. So I think I know it's a thing that I can do now. I think I might just stick to just periodically Googling and YouTubing and just seeing what comes up. You know. Thank you. I mentioned this in my very first live, and I really brought my forehead right up to that camera about my skin. I think I do have fungal acne, which is the kind of acne that's not really acne. It's just your skin creates a lot of oil and then it creates like buildup in your forehead. Let me know if you'd like to see a close up of my forehead. Because I watched that live back and I was like, you really got right up in there with your forehead. You got right up in there. So let me know and I will do it. I will do it, Dewitt. But me, I have a dear friend of mine, Helen, the coach. And we're on the same page about like all illness just being something in our spirit. So she was like, I'm a look at my book and see what it says when you got fungal acne. And it was all about like expressing yourself and like living into your truth and like something around like external validation and like being hard on yourself and all. So it's like stuff that is part of my journey. So I was like, dang. Also, Carla was telling me about how when you have joint pain, that's actually your trauma finding its home in your joints because your trauma just wants to be held. And so it's really finding a home in your joints. And I was talking to a friend about You. Have y'all seen You on Netflix? And in that show, season 2 is set in LA. And so at one point our character is hanging out with some like proper stereotypical LA people. And it is spot on because one person's talking about how they're like ill in some kind of way, and the person is like, that could be like some past life trauma, and the person's like, yeah, for sure. And our main character is like, maybe go see a doctor, and they're like, you mean Western medicine? And I was just like, honestly, like I was at the point then where I could see his point of view. I could see how they sounded. And I'm like, y'all do sound insane. And I can hear him being like, if you don't go to a doctor. But now I'm all the way on the other side where I'm like, Joe, low key, if you had healed some of your trauma, you wouldn't be doing what you were doing. All right. So you are not the one. The fact that you believe in Western medicine says a lot about your whole journey. All right. Get some Reiki and heal. Also, let me know if you've ever done Reiki. I've never done it, but it seems like it'd be a vibe. So let me know. Oh my gosh, I love it so much, y'all. You is like the funniest thing ever. Mickey, that is why you are young with old lady knees. You've got some trauma and it's hanging out in your joints and it just wants to be held. And it's like, why isn't Mickey holding us? I guess we're just gonna hang out at her elbows and knees. So when you're ready, you'll release that and then you'll be walking like you don't even know. You okay, how many times have you gotten Reiki, Celia? Let me know. Also, I feel like it's one of those things where because it's so spiritual, there could be people who are charlatans who are doing it. So that's like my only concern is like having someone being like, "You can't tell what I'm doing," and they just like moving their hands over my body. And I'm just like, "You're not doing shit." Like, no, I can't tell what you're doing. Don't make this about me. This is you lying to me. Ashley loves Reiki. You're getting your certification next week. Dope. Okay. Three times and you're planning to go back, Leah. Okay. Find someone you can trust. All right. Okay. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out in the atmosphere. I think it'd be interesting. I like the idea of just like coming at the healing from all these different angles, you know? So I think that could be pretty dope. Um, all right, we got around 4 minutes left. So type quickly, you know. And yes, also congratulations, Ashley. Um, Melissa shares that knee pain is a symbol of not moving forward. And then she moved forward and it went away. All right, you taking notes? Are you taking notes, Mickey? The answers are in the chat. I think I'm gonna start these videos with a disclaimer that's like, Chimby is not a medical professional, and any advice given about how to solve your various illnesses are not to be taken. I didn't watch the whole thing because I couldn't be bothered. But I saw the like little Netflix promo from one of those like expose documentaries about I think it was about holistic medicine or like alternative medicine. And the person was like using maybe an essential oil to like heal something. And it was giving her a rash. And she was like, "Hey guys, I'm getting this rash from this." Hold on. So here's what happens. She gets a rash and she's like, "I gotta go to Facebook and find figure out what's going on." So she's like on Facebook, like, "Hey y'all, I'm getting this rash from this oil. Strangers, can y'all tell me what's going on with my own body?" And they're like, not only they literally were like, "No, you're wrong." They literally were like, "You can't even get rashes from oils. Like, what do you like? So what's wrong with you?" And I was like, "Y'all." And maybe it's because we know Facebook is like the worst platform, but I'm like, you really going on the internet to solve your problems? And at the same time, Melissa made it very clear about moving forward. So, I mean, God finds the ways to get you the answers, and it's up to you to listen. And you know in your heart, Mickey, if there's a way that you're not moving forward. All right. I don't want to make it personal. I know that's an intimate thing between you and me. Mickey, you know what you're supposed to be doing to move forward. All right. It's up to you. It's your responsibility. It's not my job to tell you to move forward, and it's not Melissa's job. She's just being nice. Mickey, this is on you. All right. So you gotta let me know. Come back next week. Let me know if you move forward and if it affected your knee pain. Because we all just love each other. I want you to be walking and running in the sun with no pain, being free. And I know you want that too. So I'm gonna need you to move forward, all right? Because when you move forward, we all move forward. All right. Mickey's like, "You're right. Okay. All right. So you already know. You already know." I love this. I love this. Lindsay, hey. Ifioma, we love seeing them just gorgeous Nigerian names. Thank you, Francis. Ooh, I've never heard I've never heard Happy Earth Strong. Can you give me some real quick backstory? We've got 2 minutes left. I'm gonna try to end exactly on the hour. Please give me some real quick backstory on what Earth Strong means. I love finding alternative names to birthday. I've only heard born day and I've heard like anniversary like of your birth, but I've never heard that one. So feel free if you can type fast, just let me know what's going on there. And you're welcome, Mickey. You are welcome. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for what you're about to do in this world. Um, Okay, bye, CND. I've been saying it CND, but I feel like it's probably Cindy, but let me know. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit. Oh, what is your culture, Francis, where you don't say birthdays? Thank you, Melissa. Oh, thank you, Doette. All right, I feel like y'all are giving me the goodbyes. That's like, yeah, get ready to get out of here. So I feel like I shouldn't start any new threads. But thank you, all of you who have come out and hung out with me. Jamaican. It's a Jamaican culture where you don't say birthdays? Hi, Autumn. Ooh, I've never seen it spelled like that. That's so pretty. C and D are the initials. Okay. I love that. Um That way it's like you keep saying you about to dip. That's why we say bye. That makes sense. Um, Rasta say earth strong in acknowledgement of your day on this beautiful earth, on this beautiful day. Allie, you are right on time. When you arrive, you are right on time because God is always on time. All right. That's what we agreed to earlier in the chat. um, all right. It's saying it's 2 o'clock on my laptop. We've got 10 seconds left on the chat. I love y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. Y'all are the best. I'll see y'all later.